3, 2, 1, go.
All right, this is going to be a 3-on-2, 11-2-11. Did not manage to put a robot on yet. 836 gets just a bundle of fuel and then starts driving off with that. And they're coming back for a little bit more. 686, that's a Bovine intervention. They park for the moment. And Ursa Major there down low, sporting that modern Superman look with their cape. Very nice. Bees keep shooting. Blue, with just 2 bots, comes out with 7 points, so they will get their hub lit first, and 25-34 looks like they're setting up. A nice bomb shot by the boys' Latin kid, drops that one dead center, and puts in another. All right, human players making a difference over here on the blue side. Lumberjack Robotics moving a little slow. Excuse me, that's not boys' Latin. Oh, that is boys' Latin. I had that right. So 25-34 has something hanging off the front of it that I'm a little concerned is not making them happy. Meanwhile, over on the red side, 836, Robo-Bees continue to pour it in. They have a very big hopper. I like that net on top. 686 and 836, Bovine and the Bees. And they both fire in big time. They've got 153 points already. That's fuel, so that's 1 ranking point. Let's see if they can get another. 1:15 still in this match. Plenty of time for these teams to find their footing and put more points in. Bovine just sending stuff home so they can reload later. Working together with the Bees, they managed to herd some fuel up and move it into their end of the zone. Look at the pile of fuel that Red has sitting in their back pocket for this round. 686 Bovine shoots just a shade long, but tunes it and gets some stuff home. The Bees start pouring from the other direction. Now you've got 2 teams just unloading, and now the score racks up for Red. 35 seconds remain. Bees continue to shoot. Not much time left on this, but they get their pieces in. Blues struggling. 2 robots sitting still. 1 didn't make it to the field. What remains is 20 seconds to see what Red can do with 2 fully loaded bots. Holy cow, look at Bovine intervention shoot. 8 seconds remain. Comes down to this. Bovine can only shoot in one direction, but it doesn't seem to matter. All right, there's our Red Alliance win. 331 points, very nicely done. Now, I want to point out, you'll notice Team 11-11 has received a red card for that round for a procedural error. Their robot has not completed its primary inspection yet.
Lines in 3, 2, 1, go.
It's qualification match number 10. The Blue Alliance will have 2 robots here, 1-1-2-11. They have not passed inspection, and they are not participating. So 85-92 and 339 are on their own. Red Alliance doing a great job in our autonomous period, now 27-20 as the time expires in our auto period. Red will have their hub active second. 686 gorged with fuel. Look at all the fuel that they have. They're just pummeling it in. This is the transition phase right now. Red Alliance hub turns off, and we have 25 seconds of activation for the Blue Alliance. 9033 Osubots from Yorktown High School. They decide to take advantage of the fact that Blue has only 2 robots, and they decide to play a little defense here against those 2 robots. Out in the middle field, 686 Bovine intervention going and pushing some fuel around, pushing up and over. Red is now active. Red not quite ready to shoot. Bovine's shooting awfully low right there. They're going to have to do a little bit better. Their shooter's going just a little low, and it's hitting the side of that plexiglass and not making it in. While they had a ton of fuel. There we go. A little bit better angle there. 686, they have a jumper shooter. They don't have a turret. They have like a multiple fuel shooter. Blue's now active for another 19 seconds. Close match, 70-73. Blue is active for another 13 seconds. 85-92, Newton squared shooting for Fairfax, Virginia, up and in. While their human players trying to shoot, that one went left. Blue has the lead, 105-75. Red is now active for another 20 seconds, and then we go to endgame. 90-33, Asubats from Yorktown High School shooting for the Red Alliance. Newton Squared decides to come over and grab a whole bunch of fuel from the Red Alliance, up and over both bumps. Now they're back over in their territory. And we go to endgame time. Anybody can shoot. 85-90 shooting. Little bit weak on a few of those shots. Most of them going in, but a few of them going a little short. 20 seconds ago, Blue has the lead, 129-94. 339. They are not ready. They're dead right now. We have one working Blue robot. 4, 3, 2, 1. Some reason 339 Kilroy Robotics at the very end of that match, they stopped moving. Here's your score. Blue Alliance takes the win. 142-97. They get 3 ranking points for that win. 1 for getting energized. They got 100 or more fuel. Red, 0 ranking points. They did not get enough fuel to get that 1 ranking point for energizing.
2, 1, go.
Everybody moving except Infinite Voltage. For the moment, they're sitting still. Wow, lots of stuff going on both sides. It is a race to the top. Who can drop the most in with 3 seconds remaining? Blue comes on really strong. Wow, look at that. 64 whoppers in autonomous. Good golly, Miss Molly, that's a lot of juice for autonomous. Robo Knight's trying to shake it loose. Ragnarok's showing up. They get a couple pieces in. They can actually rock their hopper. They can Ragnarok their hopper to get those pieces loose. Bovine Intervention comes shoving in again. They're pushing more. They're just hoarding fuel. Their hub is not open, so why not just take all of it? And there they go. That was the Lions dropping the first shots in. They were in the air before the hub went hot. Bovine gets those last few out. Angus Khan is not only delicious, he conquers. There goes more. 3 seconds left, and both teams are shooting sets. But Red is not out of this. They go hot, and it's their turn to play catch-up. They are 40 down. What can they do in the 15 seconds they have remaining? It's reload time. Ragnarok, they're getting their pieces up. It's a point apiece. How much fuel can they get in there before they run out? C Company is broken down, so Red is playing short, and Blue is not. Look at the pieces they're putting up. Infinite Voltage moving in the middle. There are 40 seconds remaining. Blue gets another volley in, and now they are running away with it. Red with a very respectable 125 points, but Blue has 100 more. Bovine gathers some more up. They run just a shade short, so they keep gathering. Their teammates, Robo Lions, shell the table, tune it in. Now they're hitting the hub with almost every shot. Ragnarok trying to hold back the C. 250 to 167 with 1 second.
3, 2, 1, go.
Gacko comes out in the center of the field. Also, Bovine Intervention, 686 from the Blue Alliance. We have a little bit of a problem there with Gacko. They go up and they get themselves on top of some fuel. They come over and they grab some more. Interesting auto there. Blue Alliance looks like they're going to take the lead here in the auto period. 38-14 roughly. So Blue Alliance wins the autonomous period, and Red will have their hub active first. 339 Kilroy Robotics goes out in the middle of the neutral zone grabbing fuel while their alliance partner 1629 Gacko shoots. 339 now has the shooting duty while the two red robots are gathering fuel in the middle. 14 seconds remaining in this activation, and 1629 continues to shoot one after another. Red has a very slight lead, 67-54, as we shift over to an active blue hub. 686 Bovine Intervention from Frederick, Maryland, ready to shoot. They shoot a whole bunch and they go grab some more. 1915. I hate to laugh at them, but they're beached on top of a bunch of fuel here in the middle of the neutral zone. 2914 comes over to give them a shove. Come on, 29, push 14, shove a little harder. Come on, you can do it. 1915 just doing some surfing here on top of the fuel in the middle of the field. Up, can they get a wheel down? There we go. 1915, Firebird Robotics now up and running. They decide to go over the red bump, and then they drop back down. Red Alliance now has the lead, 112-96, and they have another 6 seconds left in this activation. 339 Kilroy shooting for the Red Alliance. Human players throwing. We shift over to blue, 686 Bovine Intervention, clearly ready for that activation. They just shoot a whole bunch. They run back to their line station wall to load up with more fuel, and they start shooting again. Blue Alliance coming back from a deficit here. We're almost tied as we go into endgame. And it's endgame time now. 137-147. Red has about a 10-point lead. That's not much. 10-4-4-9. They are E-stop. They have stopped their robot, and they have a problem. Yeah, their bumper came off. Bumper comes off. That means you can't play anymore. 1629 is dead also. We have one working robot with 6 seconds to go. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're showing a 6-point difference here between these two alliances. Blue has a 6-point lead. What's your final score? Wow, that was a close one. 166-163. That's a couple human player throws.
And the line's in 3, 2, 1, go.
Bovine Intervention just grazes out in the middle of that field, grabs a whole bunch of stuff, and just starts lobbing an absurd amount of fuel up and in. They're coming out for a second pass. 17-19. Cozy's up with them, and they shoot a little as well. So that's only 35-15, 20 points difference. Blue is not out of this by any means. 87-26 Cryptohawks. They have a bunch. They just haven't done anything with it. Powerhawks loading up. It's looking awful busy in there. And they come through, and they're getting hit by 17-19. Umbrella Corporation going on offense. Powerhawks took a shot. It didn't come out. It went back into their hopper. They're going to get another shot at that one. There goes some shots. 87-26 sitting behind them. What can they get done? That's Cryptohawks. While 17-19, Umbrella moves back to their end of the field. Robo Knights cruising in the middle. They're herding materials in. And if there's something that Bovine Intervention likes, it's somebody herding fuel in. Swaparooski, 83-17, but there's a minute 17, a whole lot of game to play. Let's see what Blue can do. Umbrella Corporation cruising through the middle. Cryptohawks playing the spoiler. Excuse me. They're getting their shots off. There goes one. Now they got some pieces moving. That's Umbrella Corporation. They're the ones spoiling, and they swap up. But at this point, Angus Khan has already taken her shots and is coming back. 17-19. They're getting their pieces up. Umbrella 14-46. That's Robo Knights struggling to get it into the shooter. Come on, Robo Knights. You can do this. 26 seconds remain. Everybody's going to the hole. Bovine is empty. 113 for red, 27 for blue. 12 seconds remain. Umbrella Corporation continues to put pieces up. Bovine fills up one last time. Their firing system is big and broad and can throw up a whole lot of fuel at once. Red Alliance picks up the win and picks up 4 ranking points, moving Bovine Intervention into an Alliance captain spot. But oh, is it still early.
Three, two, one, go.
Here in qualification match number 32, we have 2 teams on the Blue Alliance that were finalists in Pasadena. 17-19 and 836 the Robo Bees were on the winning alliance that almost came home with the winner banner. 836 shooting from the side. 29-12 just kind of sitting there stationary during this auto period. 46-35, Red Alliance takes the lead as the student drivers take control of their robots. 29-12 for the Blue Alliance. Uncharacteristically stationary, now they start moving. 836 comes out shooting. The robot is named Phalanx. That's a Gatling gun that they have on U.S. Navy ships. Very aptly named as they continue to just shoot one fuel after another. Blue's active. They have a big lead, 95-49. 8 more seconds remaining in this activation. Robo Bees come back. They're met by 339 Kilroy Robotics in that trench. Now Red is active. Human players are throwing, and 68-63, the Squirrels shooting. 686 shoots a volley of fuel there, while 17-19, the Umbrella Corporation tries to play some defense on them. 1 minute 30, 106-79. Blue has the lead, and pretty soon they're going to have an active hub. Robo Bees, they're ready. They start shooting. Nice timing by 836 from Hollywood, Maryland. They started shooting right before the hub went active, and the first fuel hit right as it lit up. About a minute to go, 139-90. Blue has the lead. 17-19 for the Blue Alliance. Umbrella Corporation doing a little defense over here. They come back in the back. They're going around trying to push some of the fuel around. And Red is active in our last Red activation. 68-63, Squirrel shooting. While Bovine Intervention, 686 shoots and grabs some more fuel. About ready to go into the end game here. Robo Bees transferring some fuel over in their alliance area. And it's end game time. Anybody can shoot. Robo Bees shooting for blue. Lots of fuel coming out of the Bovine Intervention robot. The Robo Bees came in ranked number 5. Bovine Intervention ranked number 6. So we can see why as they continue to shoot. 12 seconds ago, 202-192. Still a very close match. This could go either way. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my goodness. What a close score. Looks like a clean match. No penalties right now. Score right now. Blue Alliance coming away with the win, 212-207. Do the math. That's a close.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, I count 2 robots on the red side, 3 on the blue. Nighthawks gather up in the middle. Keep in mind, this is all autonomous. No drivers. This is happening on automatic. And there's some great scores going on both sides of this field. Cybird's putting stuff up. Victus putting stuff up. And 6-8-6 Bovine intervention. Bovine fires again. Blue has the lead. And wow, does Bovine carry a lot of stuff. So that puts Blue ahead of Red. Their goal is still hot. But Red, look at 6-14. They've got plenty to spare. Let's see what they do with that when the time comes. There we go. 45-41, dropping it up and in. Nightbird's throwing up as well. 67-75. So Red taking a lead of about 14 points. Blue driving pieces in, and that's Bovine intervention all set up. They're ready to go the minute their goal goes hot, and there it is. That is a lot of fuel all dumping in, and look at all the extra fuel on the blue side of the field. 110. Blue is still piling it in while Red tries to gather everything. Nighthawks start setting up for their run, trying to go through the tower. That's a tough drive on a good day. We switch to Red. 45-41, Cavaliers trying to get those balls in that turret one at a time. Can't quite make that work. Cybirds drive through the tower again and now start putting it up. 6 seconds away from endgame. Both sides will have lit targets. This is about a 30-point match. Here comes everybody. Bovine down close, undefended, just unloading. Victus over their shoulder. A little slower, but like a clock, shooting one after another. Blue starts opening up a lead. Red doing great work. Nighthawks getting their points in. But how do you stop that much fuel from the Blue Alliance as this thing closes? To the field. Red Alliance making that a whole lot closer.
And the lines in 3, 2, 1, go.
.614 goes out and starts grabbing some fuel. 686 on the Blue Alliance Bovine intervention. They were already out there, grabbed some fuel, and they're shooting. They're going back for a second round of fuel in the neutral zone. Close match. Blue has the lead 29-25. Some of those shots from 686 going long and to the right. Unfortunately, they did not score. 33-27. Blue took the lead during the auto period, and they will have their hub active next. We're in the transition phase. 686 doing their best to put a lot of fuel in there before we shift it over to Red. Red's hub will be active for another 17 seconds. 86-22, Cybirds are just kind of sitting here. Their light is blinking. Looks like nothing's wrong on my end. 11-350, they push 86-22, and that may have slightly damaged the 86-22 robot. So 86-22, the Cybirds, they were on top of some fuel. They were a little bit high, and the rookie team, 11-350, pushed them, and the top of the robot caught the top of that trench, and I could hear a cracking sound. So 86-22 has a little bit of a lean to the side. Let's see how that impacts their shooter later. 120, Red now active. They have the lead, 79-58. 614 shooting for the Red Alliance. Lots of shots coming out of that shooter. Blue's stuck right now. 686 Bovine intervention. They're not moving. moving anymore because they are stuck on top of our hub. Red Alliance is going to let them sit there all day long. Maybe 111 can help them. We'll see. But no, there we go. A little help from our friends. Bovine Intervention is now moving again. 43 seconds to go. Red has the lead, 124 to 58. And we're about to go into our end game. 686 Bovine Intervention shooting quickly. And it's end game time now. Both hubs are active. Human players starting to throw. .614 being pestered here by 3714 CHF SOAR. CHF SOAR, they have parts hanging off their robot. The radio or something like that is just kind of like dangling off of a cord. 4, 3, 2, 1. So 37-14 at the very end of this match. Where they go right now. Red Alliance winning 159 to 150. A whole bunch of penalties. That's a lot of penalties. 60 penalties against red, 30 points of penalties against blue. So 30.
2, 1, go.
For the blue line, 686 goes over and grabs a whole pile of fuel from the neutral zone. 614 Nighthawks right behind them. They grab some fuel and go over the bump. Close auto here. Blue's starting to take the lead, 45, 42, 63 to 31. Blue Alliance, they do very well. 614 is having some problems. They were like up on two wheels there for a second there. They had some fuel underneath one side of the robot, but they were able to clear themselves fairly well. Red Alliance active hub right now. 620 through Oakton Cougar Robotics going over some fuel, but they are able to clear themselves. 686 Bovine Intervention grabbing more fuel and trying to push some stuff around. While red, they're active, but nobody's shooting. 623 Oakton Cougar Robotics now starting to shoot. Human players starting to throw. 3 more seconds in this activation. Blue starts shooting a little bit too early there. We have a blue robot that is stuck. 2963 Anadroids from Anacostia Senior High School. They're high centered there on that bump right now and not moving. So they're gonna need a little help to get free there. We have 2 working blue robots and 3 working red robots. And we're gonna go shift over to red right now. 13-18. Nice timing there. Our team, Freedom Robotics from Chantilly, Virginia, was ready for that activation. Started shooting immediately. Human players for red now throwing. Close match, 87 to 78. Red is still active for another 7 seconds. Can they overcome the Blue Alliance before they go active? 11318, Freedom Robotics doing that. 83 to 87, Blue still has the lead, and the poor Anadroids, they're stuck. Nobody wants to help the Anadroids. 2963 just stuck on that bumper there going, hey, I can't move anywhere. 614, they are now not moving either. They're up on a bunch of fuel, so we have 1 robot for blue that's working, 686. They have the lead. It's going to be really hard for 686 to maintain this lead, especially since they're being heavily defended right now by the Red Alliance. Red now takes the lead 193. Red may take this because 2 blue robots are not playing. 110 to 93. Red has the lead. We're in the end game. 12 seconds remaining. Can blue come from behind? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. At the waning seconds there, 614, the Nighthawks. That's Popcorn Machine. They were able to do a lot. Sorry for the delay. Red Alliance wins 132 to 125. Take a look at the scoreboard, however. During that match, a yellow card was issued against Team 4505. So McDonough Robotics from the McDonough School.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, here we go. Rex folds open. There are a lot of good teams on this field. Let's see what they can do. Rex comes back, loads up big and firing. But oh my golly, Blue has already put up 35 points. So Blue picks up the win on that the old-fashioned way. They just got all the balls they had and everything nearby, got those shots in, and scored plenty. That gives Rex an opportunity to load up before she shoots again. And Bovine Intervention knows that Rex does not have a turret. And that makes Rex a little more vulnerable to being knocked around. Look at Bovine spin that robot for them. That's Crypto Hawks that are up on the fuel, and Tiger Pride helping them break loose so that they can get an opportunity. Blue Hub goes live, and it looks like Cavaliers and Guilford, hey, we'll score the points. Bovine, go ruin some people's day. Bovine Intervention working too, including assisting Rex getting across that hill. That was downright neighborly of them. While they keep banging into each other, Red Hub goes hot. And Rex has trouble finding its mark with Bovine Intervention dogging them behind. Blue has a lead. And the Red Hub is running out of juice. Blue goes live and Cavaliers are there. Human players are there. Blue starts working up their numbers again. They need 100 if they want to get that extra. And they've got 45 seconds to get it. They've got that ranking point, and Bovine Intervention continues to be an irksome pest on the Red Alliance. Endgame is on. Everybody's hot. Rex, while being uninterrupted, starts pouring on the fuel, and boy, can they carry a lot. Red pouring it on. Blue trying to stay out ahead. Cavs shooting from a distance while Gearheads are stuck. 130 to 89. Blue still keeping ahead. 3 seconds remain. Blue closes the deal with 151 points. More importantly, 4 ranking points. Very nicely done. Very good team effort.
Three, two, one, go.
For the Red Lions, 37-48. Ragnarok goes out and grabs some fuel. 29-14, they pop out, but they don't go into the neutral zone to grab any fuel. Blue taking the lead here, 22. Now Red is ahead. Very close auto here. 4 seconds remaining. And Red wins our auto here for qualification match number 61. Red will have their hub active second. We're in the transition phase. Red is still active temporarily. 37-48 taking advantage of that by shooting a few fuel in there. 49 to 30 as the Blue Alliance hub goes active and no Blue robots are overshooting. 29-14 Tiger Pride, they are dead. That's a bad spot to be dead also. They are right in the middle of one of their trenches. So one of their trenches will be inactive and unavailable for the Blue Alliance. Our rookie team, 11318, they get themselves stuck on top of some fuel. No scoring there for the Blue Alliance. Red is now active, 37-48. They have a lot of fuel. They're starting to shoot it into that hub. 87-26 Crypto Hawks from Urbana High School. Also, they have lots of fuel. Nothing is coming out of their robot. A little bit of congestion for 87-26, the Crypto Hawks. Lots of fuel in there, nothing being indexed, nothing going up into their shooter. They're trying to dislodge that. They cannot get it out. 37-48, one of the only scoring Red robots. Blue is now active. Our rookie team 11318, Freedom Robotics trying to shoot. But 686, the Bovine intervention says, I'm going to give you a hard time, and comes over and starts pushing them around. 686 is doing their best to play defense, doing a good job. Ragnarok now shooting for the Red Alliance on a active hub. 90-35, Red has the lead, and Ragnarok making it a little bit harder. Now the rookie team 11318, Freedom Robotics comes over to play defense against the Red Alliance while Ragnarok shoots from near their tower. Red Alliance has that one ranking point. They got 100 or more fuel into their hub. That sound indicates it's endgame time. Both hubs are active. Anybody can shoot. Human players can throw. 686 Bovine intervention. They're jamming fuel in for their human players. Their human players going, thank you very much, and I'm going to score every single one you gave me. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The waning moments there. 37-48, Ragnarok Robotics from Ellicott City, Maryland, doing a great job putting extra fuel into final score right now. Red Alliance winning 161-54. Clean match, no penalties. 37-48, Ragnarok Robotics. They came in ranked number 3. They're still ranked number 3. 686, Bovine intervention. Came in ranked number 12.
In 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, keeping eyes open. This may be a preview of what playoffs looks like. Look at 85-92 and 17-27. Give each other a kiss in the middle of the field. And then just start pouring on the fuel. Holy guacamole, was that a set of fuel. So that's 56 to start for Red. All three of these heavy hitters, all three of these potential Alliance captains. Bovine intervention is merely ranked 10th. And they are just pouring it on, giving a little clinic to their teammates. Saying, don't forget about us. Look what we can do. Blue getting their pieces together. C Company drives in. That turret's all set up, and they start firing. They got 7 seconds. And a whole bunch of fuel to work with. More pieces go up and in. Now Red goes hot. And God help us all if they fire off target. That is a lot of fuel. That boiler is out of control. They've hit 200 and they've got a minute and a half left. 474 is the number you want to look for. Now we go blue. Human players throwing in. 2 blue robots down this end of the field. 1 blue robot feeding the human players. 1 minute remaining. Look at the drivers. 85-92 Newton squared. Leaning down, getting their angles right. And holy cow, the fuel can't get in because everybody's there. We're up over 300. 45 seconds remain, and Rex is full. Powerhawks show up to ruin the party. Hawks put a hit on Rex, slowing them down. Both hubs open. 370 points. 23 seconds remain. 2 big full hoppers. 85-92 takes the hit to hold Powerhawks off. Bovine sets up, fires over top. Rex is open. Throw me the ball. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see what that big number means.
And that's in the qualification matches.
Three, two, one, go.
It's the upper bracket round one, match number 3. 686 and 3748 both come out and grab fuel for the Red Alliance. 8622, they come out, but they're stationary out in the middle of the field. Not quite sure why the Cybirds just came out and died in the middle. 3748, they did an A stop. Now the student drivers take control of the robots. 46-25, Red Alliance took the lead in the autonomous phase. They will have their hub active second. Transition phase, shortly. During that transition phase, the Red Alliance was able to put a lot of fuel in there. Now the blue is active, and we have just slow shooting there by 6863. 8622, Cybirds from Crofton High School, bulldozing a few fuel around. Their hub is active, and only human players are throwing right now. No robots are actually shooting into that hub. Red is now active, 3748 ready. Lots of fuel here being shot by the Red Alliance. Some of it going a little bit long, most of it going into that hub. 8622, the Cybirds from Crofton High School back here playing defense against the Red Alliance. 3748 shooting way too far. 686 Bovine intervention, a little more accurate with their shots. 118-56, the Red Alliance has the lead with 1 minute 15 seconds to go. Blue is active. Most of the shooting here being done by the human players. 68-63, Squirrels from Woodbine, Maryland, shooting for the Blue Alliance. Minute to go, 118-95, a close match. Red has the lead. 3748 comes out shooting. Their alliance partner, Bovine intervention shooting. Lots of fuel going in there. 164-97. 14 seconds remaining in this activation. A lot of fuel can be shot in that time. 3748 unloading here. Here goes Bovine. They're moving their robot all the way up. 206-97. Big lead here by the Red Alliance. Blue, and once again, the human players are scoring mainly for the Blue Alliance. We're in the end game. 20 seconds to go, 226-115. Red has a ginormous lead. 3748 Ragnarok Robotics from Ellicott City grabbing more fuel. 11 seconds to go, 241-126. Red still leading. Bovine shooting. Most of it going in. 3, 2, 1. Nicely done by the Red Alliance, Ragnarok Robotics and Bovine Intervention. All right, we're in the upper bracket. Red Alliance wins. Once again, we're in the upper bracket. Both of these alliances continuing in our tournament. Red Alliance now goes on to match number 8 in the upper bracket. The Blue Alliance now goes down to match 6 in our lower bracket and tries to get an opportunity to come back in.
The lines in 3, 2, 1, go.
We're in the upper bracket, round 2, match number 8. 614, it's a big tall robot. They love to go over that bump. Red Alliance already has a whole bunch of fuel, and they're back and already shooting. A lot of noise over on the Blue Alliance side. Not quite sure what happened over there. Red Alliance coming back. They already have their reloads, and they're shooting again. 614 comes back to shoot again. And we end the autonomous phase. Red had the lead, 67-49. 1727 Rex from Timonium, Maryland, already shooting for the Blue Alliance. Red is in their transition phase. They shoot a bunch of fuel. Now they come out and they start grabbing some fuel. 614 Nighthawks are looking for some fuel to grab, while 1727 Rex shoots for the Blue Alliance. 10679, our local host here, the Wirewolves. They're trying to play some defense against the Red Alliance. They're making it hard for 686 Bovine Intervention to get around. Nice defense here by the Wirewolves. Red is now active. They have a deficit, 127-80, but Bovine Intervention and their robot Angus Khan is just shooting shot after shot. Now Ragnarok Robotics starts shooting. Bovine back again already after grabbing some fuel. A lot of that fuel went way too far, however, and hit the net. 127 to 105. Blue has the lead, and they have an active hub. 17-27 Rex from Timonium, Maryland, taking advantage of that, while 614 decides to join them, shooting from right by their hub. About 1:10 to go. 170 to 120. Blue has the lead. 10 seconds remaining in this activation. Rex starts shooting again. 5 more seconds in this activation. Now 614 shoots. 194 to 120, and Red goes active. Bovine Intervention and Ragnarok ready to shoot. They're shooting right away, being pestered a little bit by the Blue Alliance. 686 now, pushing a few more fuel through for their human players. 41 seconds to go, 198 to 159. Blue has a slight lead, but their hub is going to go active in about 5 seconds. Rex is ready to go. They have lots of fuel, but 11350 Guilford Gearheads is there to pester them. 614 shooting. They push some fuel for the human players. 22 seconds to go, 224 to 164. Blue has the lead. 15 seconds to go. Blue still leading, and both hubs are active, and Blue is the only alliance shooting into their hub. 8 seconds to go, 248 to 164. Blue still leading. Bovine Intervention trying to do their best. 2, 1. At the very end, 11350 Guilford Gearhead. Here we go. Here we go. Upper bracket. Blue Alliance wins. The number 3 seed alliance, captained by 1727, goes on to match 11 to go against the number 1 seed alliance. Our 2nd seeded alliance now goes down into the lower bracket to compete in match.
2, 1, go.
An absolute sandstorm on the blue side. Everybody shooting, including the human players. And now Red chimes in. 11-3-50 holds still, but Ragnarok, they're digging up as our 686 Bovine Intervention. Red picks that up, 46-33. A little bit of a lead. Let's see what Blue can do about it. Crypto Hawks come out and get up in the grill of Bovine Intervention. Bovine Intervention makes their shots, and they're ready to move on because their hub just went cold. Blues still firing. That's the Cavaliers firing from a distance. They're not full, so they're firing one in a now. But Newton squared. They're putting them up. And boy, do they hold a boatload of fuel. Blue starts running away with it. Let's see what Red can do. Ragnarok. They are not giving up. It ain't Armageddon yet. Bovine Intervention tees up for a shot. That's their favorite place. And they dump more in. And Red closes most of the gap. 114. 87-26 is beached. That's Crypto Hawks. And for the moment, Blue has other priorities. Cavs and Newton getting their shots in, extending while the Red Alliance loads up. Bovine Intervention just brought half the fuel on the whole doggone field with them. 3-2-1. 87-26 Crypto still holding still, so there is no defense now. Oh! Newton goes head up. Red is behind, but there's 40 seconds while Newton squared will not be driving fuel. 35 seconds. Bovine starts loading up. Ragnarok pulling the attention of 87-26. Cavaliers by themselves trying to hold on. Blue holding on one at a time. Red pouring it in. This could be close. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cavaliers are this final.
Wow, what a finish. But I'll tell you what, you know who gave them a run? 686 Bovine Intervention.